What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rock 77. Doing a quick little video here. Thanks for stopping by. We're about to go 60 frames, no lag on the topics we need to talk about. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing. If you're new, please subscribe. Check out my other videos. I think I put out good content. Just good conversation. That's what we're trying to do here. But today I want to talk about Microsoft announcing that they will not have Gamescom. And last week, Sony announced the same thing. They're not going to be at Gamescom. And when I be my not being at Gamescom, we're talking about a press conference that you see. There won't be like a 1 hour long press conference. So you won't see Sony, you won't see Microsoft, and obviously we won't see Nintendo. So the question is, what's Gamescom really all about at this point? On my Twitter, please check it out, PorterRock77. On Twitter, I pretty much said that it's pretty much a European PAX at this point without a conference. And Sony obviously started, I guess it could be considered a trend with last year skipping Gamescom, at least, not doing a press conference. And it was a big deal last year. A lot of people assumed, especially those who are anti Sony, let's say, anti PlayStation or against the PlayStation, or the PlayStation is not the preferred console. There was a lot of rumors or a lot of talk, a lot of trash talking about that Sony's broke, or Sony don't have games to show. That's why they're not coming to Gamescom. La 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 la, damage control. They made it seem like the worst. But what ended up happening is, PlayStation 4 was the big hit of last holiday season and stuff. Now, once again, this year, you know, last week, Sony announced they won't have another press conference. Most likely, they defer to a Paris Games Week, just like they did last year. And then there was conversations once again. Sony's scared of Scorpio. They have nothing else. There's nothing left. Yada yada yada. Now, come to find out, Microsoft won't have a press briefing at Gamescom, and all the Sony talk has quieted down. But now, this is not so much a Microsoft versus Sony video. This is more like a Gamescom thing. My opinion, I think Gamescom, while it's the biggest event in Europe, the timing's all off for this event. It's too close to E3, which is, North America's largest event. Yet it's too far away from the holiday season because it's in August. So you got the E3 press, all the E3 conferences and everything, E3 in June, and then all you really have is 1 month gap, which is July, and then all of a sudden, boom, Gamescom. What are you gonna do in Gamescom that we haven't seen much at E3 already? And of course, you could say they could show new games and stuff like that, but it's only been a month. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that's been shown on E3 hasn't marinated yet. Okay, and then beyond that, Gamescom is too far away from the holidays. It's August. Paris Games Week is, if I remember last year, it was in October, the last week. I mean, the last week of October. So when you think about it, Sony's strategy last year was very successful. Because think about it. So Sony and Microsoft were at E3 last year, correct, right? In June. Then Microsoft had a press briefing in August, right? Sony deferred. They didn't have a press briefing. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, Microsoft got, Gamescom all to themselves. But think about it. Their press briefing is in August, all right? So August passes. What happens in September immediately after? You got Tokyo Game Show. But okay, Tokyo Game Show is more for the Asian area, the Asian market, right? Right? But by the time the end of September comes anyway, no one's really talking about Gamescom. No one's really talking about E3 either. You know, now you're into October, the first week, the second week, the third week of October. No one's really talking about anything. Everybody's talking about the holiday. But guess what? Sony now does a press conference during the last week of October at Paris Games Week, and they're the only ones to have a press conference. So Sony goes right into the holiday season with everybody talking about Sony because they had a press conference. They're fresh. It's fresh on the minds of gamers and media and all that stuff because they just had a press conference. So they go right into November with, conversations and media attention and articles all about the press briefing Paris Game Week. So now you go through the month of November now. Now you hit December, right? So by the time December rolls around, there's no more conversation in Paris Games Week. There's no more conversations about the press briefing. But then another thing happens. Sony has their PlayStation event in December, the first week. So now They start up new conversations, new articles, more media attention. And it goes right into the Christmas holidays now with all that media attention and everything. All right. So all this Sony's doing, Paris Games Week leads into November, and the PlayStation event that they have the first week of December goes right into Christmas. Where's Microsoft in all this? They're not. They're nowhere to be found because the last thing they did was all the way back in August. So this year, I think Microsoft realized that Gamescom, at least a press briefing, doesn't do much because the hype, the information, everything that goes on post briefing dies out. It's not gonna last into November, and sure as hell won't last into December. It's gonna die out. You need more press briefings. So Sony managed that. So I would imagine, rumor has it they're gonna do a fan fest, but I would imagine Microsoft will probably do a press briefing in November. Um, because Sony will do theirs in October with Paris Games Week. Microsoft can undercut them by having something 2 weeks after to keep their minds fresh, to keep people's mind fresh on the Xbox and stuff. Um, so yeah, that's just my opinion. A quick video on that. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe. I'll put out more content soon. I want to talk about something that I want to talk about an old topic on my next video. So stay tuned. But it's did Sony get success because of simply power? I know everybody's talking about that, and everybody's talking about Scorpio, but we're gonna talk about that. I'll make a video about that, and we could start off the conversation. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Tell me what you think about it, and I'll respond. And please make comments and stuff like that because I learn from you guys as well. I love to hear other people's opinion. A lot of my knowledge and growth is through listening to other people and stuff like that. And that's how you grow. Just remember this. Just remember this for everybody. Remember this saying. And this is one of my sayings, but this is one of my favorites. If you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong place. All right? So anyway, to the most passionate community out there on YouTube, the gamers, appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Please spread the word. Please let more people know about my channel. I want it to grow. I want more people to participate. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, take care. And remember, always keep it gaming, people. No matter what, always keep it gaming. All right? Take care. Have a good night. I'm about to hop on my PlayStation. Have a good one.